Would you pay $1,000 for what's in this box without looking? I don't know. Hey, it's Jabbo. Welcome to BrickTsar, your home for vintage Lego, weird Lego, and containers full of stuff that you don't know what's in there. I have a lot of containers in this basement, so we're going to talk about what's in this container because it relates to what's in this box. Or actually, this is an envelope. It feels like a box inside an envelope. This came from Australia. The great country, is Australia a country or a continent or both? I don't know. Came from Australia. So it actually got here relatively quickly. So this is this is going to be knocking something off of my wanted list, which is good. So inside this box, now some of you probably know what's in this if you've seen this box before and you got really good memories. But the reason I mentioned would you pay $1,000 for this is because I got a question from Martin Ferret, who asked if somebody offered you $1,000 for some random box that you already had, but you didn't remember what was in the box, or you didn't know what was in the package, the plastic container or whatever. He said, would you sell it to them? So it's an interesting thought because there are boxes in my basement that I have no idea what's in them because I didn't label them. And like if somebody just gave me an offer, and I've actually thought of that with my comic books, because like some of the comic book boxes, like, would you take an offer? Just sell it blind, whatever's in it. Somebody gave an offer. So I probably, to answer Martin Ferret's question, $1,000 is a lot, and it is hard to fit $1,000 of Lego sets in a box even this large, unless there are some really high dollar sets, which it's possible, or if it's rare sets. But this one, I don't think this one's worth $1,000, so I should have took it. So yeah, I didn't take the $1,000, but I'm going to show you what's in this box again. But first, let's look at our package we got from Australia. So like I said, this is a wanted list item. Let's find out about it. And there will probably be some groans when everybody sees what it is. Does that give you a clue? Does that stick? Nope. Oh no! There he is. It's real. Look at that. Oh no, body parts going everywhere. I have no idea how to build this guy. That probably looks like the front of his chest, right? So his head probably goes there. Alright, I'm playing with dolls, yes. I don't know which foot is the left foot. Okay, that's a hand. That's is this a leg? We'll do it like this. This is probably another leg. We'll just say that's a leg. Put the arm up here, arm there. There's a claw, the claw. Alright, so that, my friends, let me get all this junk out of the background. Boom, boom. There, nice and neat. What was that? Alright, so that is a Galidor set that's very rare. It's Aquart. Aquart. And he's got an extra arm that you can change out here. He's got a suction arm that you can switch out. Very nice. So, Aquart is one of those Lego sets that is super rare. It is from the run of a couple of sets that came out when Galidor was canceled. So there were a lot of sets, or not a lot, there were a couple of sets that either didn't get made or didn't get put in stores. I don't know what happened to them, how many they made, but it is very rare to find this little guy, Aquart. So, yeah, very hard to find them. Very rare. And now I got them. So Aquart is hanging out with Allegra here. Hey, we're all the A's, yay! Aquart and Allegra sitting on a container. Anyway, so this is my Galidor container. I got a lot of Galidor sets in here. And I think these are mostly all sealed. There's Euripides. You know, if I take all this stuff, I'll never get it out. There's another Euripides. There's a Gorm. There's Nipol. But yeah, we got them all in here. There's a sealed Allegra. There's Jins. There's a Jins. No, I'm never going to get this stuff back in here. I got 2 sealed Allegras. There's the deluxe stuffs. There's the Happy Meal toys, the box sets, the the big boy, what is this thing called? TDM module. So, all right, I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to get this stuff back in here. There's like it's every Galidor set that was released and not rare. Well, some of them actually might be rare. You know what? I don't even think I'm going to be able to put all this back in here. I need to get rid of one of these Euripides or something. Oh, this is not fitting back in there. How did I do this? Why did I take these out? All right, there we go. But yeah, that's the Galidor box. But that's not all. Got more. Oh, here's my list of Galidor. So here is the Kick Powerizer. It doesn't fit in that box. This is the other rare one. This is Tager. Oh, let's get him where you can see him. Tager's rare. He's not dead. There's extra Allegra. I got to put him in a bag. Aquart in a bag there. And then I got some random parts in this priority mailbox. It's just Galidor body parts. And I think I got more somewhere else. So as I find the other Galidor parts, these are just like all extras and such. I'll go ahead and put this extra Allegra in here. And I'll go get a bag to put him in. Aquart. Alright. Put them in there. Don't put them inside this box to protect them. These boogers are expensive. Let me just say that. Somebody's probably asking how much. I don't remember what I paid for Tager. I do remember what I paid for Aquart. He was $150, so you might be thinking, that's crazy. You're crazy. You would be right. Didn't you watch the last video? All right, so this is the list of Galidor sets that have been officially released. There's actually one on here, or one that's not on here, that exists, but was never released in a set. And that's Maycor. There was a guy that did a video on it. He was fortunate enough to find it on Bricklink. And you can find parts of Maycor. A guy has individual parts for it, but it cost about $1,500 to put them together if he had all the parts. So some of them are like $300 a piece. Like those little pieces of the leg and stuff, they're like $200 or $300. It's crazy. It's a little motorcycle shark thing. Oh, I so want that set though, because it's like a shark and a motorcycle. So I guess technically I still have one thing on my wanted list, but it can't be officially listed on Bricklink. It has to be listed as a custom item because it never was released. But these are all the sets, so I have everything on here now. So this is the rare one, 8325 Tager, 8319, the one we just got today. That's Aquart. So I got all these boogers. All of them. So the Galidor theme is officially complete, even though I don't have Maycor, even though Maycor exists, and if I want to be technically complete, I need to get that, but it's like, I've only seen one in ever, and the guy that got it sold it, so it's gone forever. I was just thinking, this is kind of sad. I've been looking for that set for so long. Not so long, but you know what I mean. I wanted to get it, and I got it, and I looked at it for 2 seconds, and then I put it in a box. I'll do something eventually with the Galidor stuff. I'm more worried about organization right now. That's what the goal is for 2021, is get this basement organized. So the Galidor stuff is officially organized. I got everything in the big container or the little box with this. I might get another small container to put these all in instead of this little box here. Or I might get another container like that if I got one. But yeah, the main thing is to be organized, and then I can deal with, building these one day, open them, or whatever I'm going to do. I don't know what I'm going to do with the Galidor. I just wanted to have all the sets, so I've got all the sets now. And so, and most of these are sealed. There are a few opened. Actually, there's one in here that's open, and then all the ones in this box. But I got a question though about what do I do with sets? Like, I got a bunch of sets behind me here on these shelves that have been built. And actually, this is from not Martin, but from Matthew Hendricks. He says, "Hey BrickTsar, I have a rather lot of Lego and not a lot of space to display it." I think that's a universal problem for Lego fans. He says, "Do you break down many of your sets? If so, do you ever go out of your way to build them again, or do they end up just forgotten about, or do the pieces get pinched piece by piece for mocks?" Hashtag that. So I do try to keep my sets together. The stuff that has wandered off is usually because of my son. I'm not blaming him, but he did like customs to some of the modulars, and the minifigures wander off. But I do try to keep the sets together, and even when I take them apart, like I've taken apart some of the modular buildings. You don't see them up here because they've been taken apart. But they're together in a box or a bag, and then I'll label the bag. So I try not to do it where pieces will become missing from them once I've taken them apart. And then I also work on things that I've found or sets that I've bought that are incomplete. I work on completing those, making them whole again. So I am a set collector. I'm not a mock person by any means, and so I do try to keep sets together. So yeah, I do break down my sets because it's the Guinness Book of World Records for assembled sets is 1,251. All assembled, all complete, all with instructions and all stickers, all at once in one guy's house. Private collector, not a museum. And so I thought, I can easily beat that, because if you look at my brick set inventory, I have, I forgot what I have. So if I go on to brick set and look at my sets, if I look at an overview of my collection, now the thing with the brick set is that this is items. I have 4,250 different items. So that's not all sets, because that also includes posters, books, magazines, poly bags, keychains, gear. So I don't know how many actual, like what some people will call, I guess a poly bag could be called a set. But is a collectible minifigure, is a CMF a set? I mean, that's like 400 right there. So but I'm pretty sure I have more than 1,251 sets that I could build at once. The problem is, where do you put them? And the guy that set the Guinness Book World Record, they were just all over the house, assembled. So it is, although it can be beaten, that record can easily be beaten. In fact, one time I had to go doubling the record. I wanted to do 2,502. But you got to build the sets and have them displayed and be able to verify all the parts are there and that you have the instruction manual. So yeah, that would be real challenging to do, all in the house, and have a place for them. I wouldn't want to just stack them on top of each other. It'd be a big mess and hard to look at. So yeah, that's a lot of sets, 1,251, even if they're all small sets. So that's why I try to keep my sets together. I don't part them out and put them into mocks. Even if They Might Be Bricks, Jacob, my son, if he wants to build something, we're usually not taking it from a set that we're keeping. So we're usually getting that from bulk lots, or I'll take it out of my Bricklink store or something like that. So what do you do? Do you like to keep your sets together? I think that's actually less common. I think more people like to build a set, enjoy it, take it apart, and then build whatever they want to out with it, and they just combine it into their collection. And I think if you do that, it actually does indeed save you space. Parting out sets and then grouping them by category or whatever is going to take a lot less space than if you try to keep it together as a set. So yeah, I sympathize with you with the dilemma though of no matter how much space you have, you run out of space when you're a Lego collector. All right, so yeah, well, I appreciate you watching this video. I forgot to mention the shirt. This is another Brick Swag shirt. It's the Block Ness Monster. I was going through a bunch of shirts, so I'm like, what shirt do I wear for this video? And I'm like, I got a lot of them that I've probably not worn since I got them. And there's some back there I don't think I've ever worn. So don't worry, we're not to the part where I'll be topless yet, so we're doing good. It's only February though. Can we make it the whole year? We will see.